Thanks for tuning in, guys. Once again, another design I would like to introduce you to, and that design is actually the first design I started with, but it took so much time that I just moved on to some other projects, and in the end, I completed it, and finally, I can show it to you guys. So that model is a Mustang, and I started with that idea. It was to take what was already made before by Lego and to just tune it a little bit and modernize it. So that is the Mustang, and they released Mustang Fastback a while ago, and I did not get that car, but I bought that car secondhand, which is very expensive now, and I wanted to keep the color, I wanted to keep the pieces, and to try to do something with it without too much stickers on it. And it's exactly what I did. So that car is this one, and it is a version of the Mustang with the livery, which is, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, the 1970 Mustang. It's a Boss 302, and that car is, to me, very, very, very cool. So obviously I wanted to have my own version of it, and since it took a while to build, I wanted to show you maybe why it was difficult to build. So for that car, a little bit of history. It was made by Lego, like I said, a few years ago, and I didn't have the chance to get it, so I got it secondhand. I wanted to reuse some of the pieces and try to remove as much as stickers as possible and give it a more modern shape. So it's what I did, and as you can see, it is not difficult to see that from the 6 studs wide to the 8 studs wide, it makes a big difference. So I tried also to brick build the livre, and it's always so difficult to do, so I hope we will enjoy it. I wanted to have the shape of the top and the back, that it was not just horizontal, and to try to get it as right as possible. And to achieve that, I've used some hinges to get it right. But the most interesting part is the hard top. And for the hard top, I got the inspiration from the latest charger Lego released, and you can remove the top, like here. There's no connection, you just put it on there and it sticks. And I found it kind of interesting, so I wanted to reuse that, and to me it worked quite well. So the most difficult part, I will start with that, was the front. The front is a mess. Maybe there's still some few things to do, but actually I had a problem with the parts. I tried to source the kind of part I wanted, but they were too expensive, so I just sticked to black and to make it work this way, and in the very end I'm okay with it. So the front was the most difficult part to get. I wanted to have a muscle look, but the lines on the Mustang are also very elegant, so I wanted to keep that, and I think I tried to achieve that a certain way. So you will get the lines of the back, which are, to me, very very nice, and the top and the back are also flowing very nicely. Another part that is very cool, I think, it is the back, the rear of the car. I used the printed parts with the horse on it, and I'm pretty happy that I got the other Mustang to reuse that part. And it is a little bit intricate to build that that back, but it's not that difficult, and I think it looks very good. And as you can see, you have the exhaust pipe also that I used. I think those are guns, maybe Star Wars guns. I think it was used also in Lego City with the firemen. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not quite sure. And so that build is pretty interesting because it's probably the first build I implemented that many playable feature. So I will show you that just right now. So the first feature I succeeded to incorporate was the opening doors, and it works actually very well. I was very surprised. I used moving plates to do the trick, and it works very easily. I think probably the only problem I've got with that design, it is since that is opening, the structure of the car is a little bit weakened, so it won't be as solid as some of my other designs. So I would say it's probably a good compromise. It's still very solid, there's no problem about it, but I would say it's a little bit less solid than it could have been. So opening doors, not too bad, right? And removable top, as I said before, but that's not very special. Just if you want a version of convertible, maybe that will work for you. And another feature I really like is that the fact you can open the hood and you will see a nice engine inside, very old type, you know, engine inside, and it's very cool to watch. You can leave it like this and it adds some possibility. It's pretty nice to have that. The inside, I think the inside is really nice because actually the color, as you can see, I think it's tan color. I really love that color combination with the dark green. It gives a pop. It's really cool. The interior, it is not very sophisticated, to be honest with you. I'm not very good at that for now. Spent just a little bit of time on it. I wanted the color combination to work, and I wanted also everything to work. And the inside is probably the last thing I do, and I try to work with everything that's left. So it's probably not the greatest, but I would say it works very nicely with that model. Dark green is not easy to source. You know, if you want to do it, you will find that some pieces are quite expensive. So actually I tried to not include expensive parts, so that made the design a little bit more difficult to get when you can have like very simple pieces, but they don't exist in the color you want, so you have to figure it out. And sometimes it compromises a little bit on a few things, but in the end I think it worked very nicely. And if you would like to build this Mustang, instructions are still available in the description, and it is free for now, so don't hesitate to get it. And if you liked what I did, like the video, consider subscribing, and I will show you the next design in no time. See you guys to the next video. Bye bye.